Welcome, everybody. This is the Day Trading Options Daily Review for December 12th, 2016. One of the members in our Facebook group asked about this day. We thought we would take a little closer look at it for you. And our goal is to show you that you can make 15%, 10% in 10 minutes. I don't know where the 15 came from. And this, again, is not so much educational as it is inspirational, showing you that there is the opportunity to make some money pretty much every day that the market is open, and you can usually make over 10% and usually in under 10 minutes. Sometimes, like in our last review, it was 250 to almost 300% in about 45 minutes, and I think we would all agree that if we could triple our money in 45 minutes, we wouldn't be complaining that we didn't make 10% in 10 minutes. Although we probably would have, but who wants to make 10% in 10 when you can make 345? I'm Scott. He's Alan. Alan, we're taking a look at SPY, which is kind of the general market.
Yep.
And what happened today?
Well, the thing is we had one of the fellows, and that's the value of joining the Facebook group, is they ask a question and we give an answer. And so answers are always posted in the Facebook group. And sometimes, not very often, we make this daily review out of it. So that's the point, is if you're liking these videos, you ought to join the group, because you get more interactive support. And you get to see real people saying, yeah, I got into this, or this is what I did, and I screwed up, and I know it now, and anyways, there's that kind of support there. So the question was, did anybody see any trades between 9:30 and 11:30 today, and would you trade? And so I actually got into something, and I'll show you that in a second. But the idea is, I'm going to just go to the top of the list here and just say, well, here's the point. This is the point of the replay, is you have some rules, and then you say, okay, that becomes a trade or it doesn't become a trade. And you don't want to be fishing for mediocre trades. You want to be looking for, patiently, good trades. So in this case, this doesn't fit my rules. The volume's not big enough, and the market's sure it's going down, but doesn't fit my rules, so that's not a trade. And you can see it doesn't turn out to be a trade. So if we look at another one, this one fit the rules here, that it was two kinds of tint, but it's a little bit old of a trade, because that's the third candle on a 5-minute candles is a long time. It pulls back, but then it turns out okay. So that one's a better trade, not a great trade. And Amazon, none of this really fits the rules. It's going the wrong way over here. It's below the bar. You see, this is the kind of stuff you do as a review. This is a good trade before 9:45. It's a fresh candle. I know I'm using 5-minute candles, and you really shouldn't at 9:45, but we're just doing a quick review here. Keep it simple. It's fresh trade here. You got lots of volume, and you only want to be in this thing for 10 minutes at the most in this time of day. And yeah, you'd be out and you would have made some money. Going down into this zone again, that's not a trade, even though it's got volume and two kinds of tint. It's not a trade. You see, it's short, doesn't last. This didn't line up well. I won't get into all the details. That's not a trade. That's not a trade. And people that know the rules, they go, oh, okay, yeah, this isn't a trade yet. By the time it breaks the risk zone here, it's old. You don't get into that one. It's old. It's too late. And let's just look at a couple others. That's the Dow. There's another one here that looks sort of okay. Yeah, Goldman Sachs. You see here, same thing. It's old trade. It started here, and then you're way too deep, and of course that becomes the end of the run. So you go, well, that might be a good trade later. So here you had not enough volume. Here you had some volume, but you're right slamming up against SA. And guess what it does? It bounces off there. We've said this lots of times in the videos. That's always in the training, and we know that. So this is a better trade, because now it's got some volume. That's what that purple thing is. It's got two kinds of tint. It's the new low of the day. It's below SA, so it has a chance of running. The problem is the market's running up. That black line, it's running up, and you're thinking you're going to make money on a red move? Nah. So this one you might have made money on, but there's no volume, which means that it's probably not going to go far. Guess what? It languishes up. It doesn't jump up. See, that's why we include these things in the rules. So I'm going to show you the one that I did trade. Yes, I actually traded this thing. And that's this one. It's not a normal stock that people would have on the list. I have it on my list as something I watch because I use it as a long-term indicator. And at this point, I really like this trade. People that know the rules go, oh yeah, I think I see why. I've got some volume here, got some leading volume here. The market's running down. I got red breaking, and I got two kinds of signal. Yeah, there's a bit of room here between that and SA. This stock doesn't run big dollar ranges, so this is enough. But because this was so strong, the market line, you know, I got it right there anyways, because it's like, yep, that one's a good one. And then, yeah, it bounces around in here and then does a little more bouncing around here. But guess what this tells me? That's a pretty strong angle for the market to move up. So I got out of it a little bit early. I didn't get out waiting for this and, you know, getting out here or any of that stuff. You know, that's a small up angle, but this is much steeper. So to me, the move's over. And so I grabbed my percentages off of that and got out of it. So the value is joining the group because you can ask the questions and you can see other people. Yes, real people that we didn't hire are making money, and they're telling you, okay, this is what I did right, and this is what I shouldn't have done. And then you get to ask your questions. Did you want to see what that one worked out to, Scott?
I do. Yeah, let's see how this...
I don't usually do that kind of stuff. So I'm going to paint it the way I paint it because this is what I do. Let's go right there. I use 3-minute candles. At this point, I liked it because of the volume there. The market's running down, you know, decent, you know, indicators. I waited a little bit. Oh, now I got some volume. I'm liking that. I'm waiting to see if this breaks a little lower. It hesitated, but right there, that was the point where it's like, yes, I like this trade. So I'm going to bring up that, buy the put. And, you know, SA is down there. It's not very far away, but I liked it. So here we go. SA is at 67 cents, 106.67. I'm at 192. So you can see right there, it touched SA. So I'm keeping my eye on it, but I got 4%. So if this thing bounces back, I can get out at break even is what I'm looking at. Yep, the volume is still there. The market's still there. Everything's looking good. So I'm hanging in. Market starts going sideways. I'm up 4%. I'm wondering, well, what's going on? Still got lots of red there. You know, getting a little, don't know. This is telling me I should look to get out pretty soon because it's going sideways. I see that, and guess what I do? I don't wait for, well, how much deeper it can go. I just take the money because that's actually what we're here for. So yeah, small gains. And on a day like today where you got the cloudy thing and the basket thing going on, it's like, hey, getting 10%, that's good money. Just take that. You're not expecting any big ones.
That's right. 14% in 12 minutes. Can't beat it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Alan. Appreciate you sharing this with everybody. If you're interested in knowing more, we have courses and we price them very reasonably. They're in the descriptions. Take them. When you take the first one, it just tells you how stock options and calls and puts and everything else works, gives you that foundation. The second level course shows you how to use the software and comes with 30-day trial use of the replay. It won't allow you to trade live, but it does allow you to practice, practice, practice. And one of the important things about our system is the fact that you don't have to wait till the stock market is open to practice. You can practice it in the middle of the night, in the middle of the morning, and any time in the evening that you want. And that's the important thing, is to get lots and lots of practice in, so then all of a sudden the different colors start meaning something to you, that you get a feel for how the market works, how the market reacts, the ebb and the flow of the market. And then you also start discovering which stocks you really like, because a lot of people that are very successful follow like 2 or 3 stocks, and that's all they follow. And we give you like the top 25 to 50 stocks that are going to make, have potential to make money with options, but usually there's just a few that really give you a good opportunity, and you start figuring out which ones those are for you, and away you go. And you turn your computer into a little ATM. You spend a few hours a day, and then you spend the rest of the day doing the things that you like to do. And the last comment I want to make is we try to take all of the drama out of trading. We want it to be boring, and people hate hearing that. But you know what? If you want excitement and drama, jump out of a plane, rock climb, go down waterfalls, there's lots of places to get drama. Your bank account is the last place you want to have drama. You want to make your 10 or 20% and then go have fun with your life. And you want it to be as incredibly boring as possible. And that's a hard thing for most people. And that's why we have a course on mindset. You have to have the mindset of a trader to be successful, because on the other side of the screen is a guy who's been doing this for 50 years. He's an expert, and all he wants to do is pick your wallet. And when you forget that, you're going to lose money. So anything you want to add to that, Alan, before we sign off?
Nope, that's it. Thanks, Scott.
All right. So we'll see you in the next video, everybody. Thanks for joining us. This has been the Day Trading Options Daily Review for December 12th, 2016. Please subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate it, and really appreciate it if you give us a little thumbs up and or leave us a comment. So see you next time. Love you guys. Bye-bye.